found out in life that there are formulas. There are formulas to being rich. There's even a formula for being poor. There's even a formula for baking a cake. You can add flour, oil, eggs, but leave out the sugar. It'll look like a cake, even smell like a cake, but it doesn't taste like a cake because it's not cake. I had to figure out a formula to pass the nursing exams. That was really hard. Welcome to my podcast. Nursing exams were different than paramedic exams, and that's in my opinion, but that's what a lot of my friends say as well. We all found out in medic school, the exams follow like an algorithm. For example, you know, you have your ABCs. You fix your airway before you fix your breathing. And sometimes you can even switch it around. Someone have a massive hemorrhage, you may go CAB or even March. You fix the massive hemorrhage before you fix the airway. Nursing exams is based on safety, education, and prioritization. I just found it difficult to create a formula to study. My dean of nursing, she couldn't recommend any resources outside of school, but she did point to an NCLEX study guide, and that changed my score dramatically. So let me explain. To create a formula to study, you have to have the right information. Schools have a number one goal. Their goal is to have 100% first time NCLEX pass rates. NCLEX is an adaptive exam for licensing, and it can have anywhere from 75 to 145 questions. And these questions, like I mentioned, are adaptive. So in the US, the pass rate is about 80% or so. And internationally educated nurses that take the NCLEX, it's about 46%. So it's really not an easy exam. And I can tell you that. And it's created by what we call the NCSBON, which is the National Council of States Board of Nursing. And the college they actually have to maintain a certain percentage of first time pass rates. But if they don't maintain that, their program can be put on probation, or worse, they can lose their standing with the board. So it's serious businesses for colleges, and that's why they're so strict on admission. So with that in mind, think about this also. The schools create their tests from an NCLEX test bank. I thought that the nursing instructors wrote their own exams, but they don't. And that's the reason why sometimes the textbook won't match up with the questions on the test, because you're missing key bits of information. So to create my formula, I had to recognize that my success was not based on passing the program and earning a degree, but it was based on passing the NCLEX. The tests were designed to also mimic the NCLEX. So I figured out I needed NCLEX study material. So my study formula it consisted of YouTube lectures, NCLEX study guide, my textbook, and also NCLEX study questions. And I give you an example. Let's say the section is cardiomyopathies. I would first read the textbook on that section, the entire section, after our class lecture, which I would have notes. I would I had a YouTube nursing channel that I would go to, and I would listen to a video lecture on cardiomyopathies. Then I would go to my NCLEX study guide and look for those highlighted pointers, because those pointers are more likely to be on the NCLEX and on my tests. Usually in the guide, they have test questions. So I would take those test questions and I would read the rationale, And even if I got them right, I would read the rationales because it had a lot of information on why the answer choice that I selected would be their best answer. And then I would do NCLEX study questions on the topic, reading the rationales the same way. And that was my study formula. I noticed when I used that study formula, my test scores improved dramatically. So, for anyone that's looking to go to nursing school, or if you're already in nursing school, develop your formula, and that's how you get through the test. Take care.